The following program is brought to you by the Internet Broadcasting Organization.
Welcome to Sexually Educated. I'm your host, Amber Rose Bentley.
I'm Swade Elliott.
I'm Adam Farrell.
I'm confused, apparently. So tonight we're talking about sex and technology because essentially we are sex and technology.
It is the age of technology.
Yeah, we are your go-to on sex and technology. But we're going to start off with some sex in the news. What do you have for me, big boy?
Well, the first one
Big
should
boy.
be no shocker for any Florida resident. Florida PE teacher she quit her job and actually started doing porn, from what I understand, and was actually quite successful at it. But she really doesn't enjoy porn at all. She actually enjoyed being a PE teacher. And now she's
shit.
right.
Why?
And now she wants to go back to work being a teacher, and they say no.
Did she leave in the beginning just because scandalous photos, right?
There were scandalous photos in the beginning, yeah.
Which is why she had to leave, and then they, that's the.
Yeah.
I mean, but then again, do you think a porn? I mean, who in their right mind would say, "Yeah, this porn star, that's my dream. I want to be a porn star, so I'm going to leave what I went to school for 4 years." You know what I mean?
Well,
like
she didn't really
risked
have a
a lot,
choice.
and she lost it, and it's her own fault.
She couldn't go back to what she was doing, so was porn not kind of like maybe not a last resort, but a second option for her? Like she had to make her money. So
on the other hand, going from being a teacher and making $40,000 a year to being a porn star and making probably six figures.
Yeah.
I mean, lack of respect. Okay, great.
I don't see the problem there.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, exactly. Like you just increased your thing fourfold, so
Yeah, easily.
you're good.
Easily.
Well, she definitely made more money. I mean, that's to be truth. But I mean, do you really feel guilty for her though?
I mean, the pictures that got leaked though were just like her on a boat with some other like risky women. Like it wasn't even like her nude or anything like that.
Yeah.
She wasn't
She was
sexting a student.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. There could have been worse things she could have done, and she kind of got ostracized to have to do this.
I wonder.
Clearly, she's a free spirit. I mean,
Well,
I don't think it's just like, oh well, shit. I guess I can go do porn. I don't think it came to that. I think she's like, oh, I can do porn. I'll make some money doing this, and she did.
I wonder if the porn she made was her being a teacher.
A science teacher.
Yeah, like she was a teacher. Like if she really was like, I'm your PE teacher, and I really like playing with balls. Something like that.
Or she taught sex education.
She could sex ed to all the
Can
women
we get
in
her
and
names?
out
I
the
would
world.
like to bring her on the show.
Do you have
Yeah,
it? I think.
I don't have her name. Actually, I didn't write it down out of
Possibly
privacy.
date her.
We try not to use names on here.
Oh yeah, is that
Yeah.
I thought those were just our sex
Oh,
partners.
I'm gonna name drop someone. I'm name dropping everyone in this episode.
we have a couple of things in
Listen,
common.
we'll talk about you on the show.
Yeah.
But we won't say your name.
We will never
You
say
know
your
who
name.
you are.
I'll
Well,
say
you
your
might
name.
know
not.
who you
I will call your shit out on the entire internet.
So
I
don't
will
have
tell
sex
everybody
with them.
about what you're doing. I have no
Oh,
shame.
that's so funny.
I don't give a
So
shit.
otherwise in the news, there has been some other things going on.
Other
Oh,
features
come on.
leaked?
We all know what we're talking
Yeah,
about.
this is.
Come on.
I mean, there's
We
no
all
way
saw Jennifer Lawrence naked.
Yeah, right.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I don't understand why she's so mad. If anything, to be honest with you, Jennifer Lawrence, I knew who she was, but these sex pictures has boosted her tenfold.
Jennifer
And she's
Lawrence
now in
is so
everyday
hot.
life.
I just want to tell her that I understand you might not be happy about the situation, but I'm very happy about
me
the
too.
situation, as is Amber, as are millions of people.
Actually, if
You are the most perfect being naked ever.
Yeah.
from
and
a gay
we're not mad at you.
perspective, she really does
mad.
have a beautiful body.
Oh my
like,
gosh,
she
it's amazing.
really genuinely
Okay,
does.
Nothing
but
wrong
now,
with that woman.
Now
Yeah.
I'm going to be the devil's advocate. How bad would that suck? That is an invasion of your privacy.
Wait, was that Al Pacino or Keanu Reeves?
I don't know. Oh, it's Keanu Reeves.
Yes,
Okay, yeah.
Again, it is
Anyway.
yes, it is an invasion of privacy. But remember, she's also Someone famous. She should have had these things better protected.
But she had
is
it
why
on
I
her
don't take dick
iCloud.
pics.
Well, if she had it on her iCloud, they went into that. You expect some sort of privacy, and she didn't get it. And that is my only thing. I have a phone full of dirty things.
Yeah,
and sexy
we all do.
technology.
Everybody has something
we do.
dirty on their phone.
And if they got
Everybody.
leaked without my permission, granted you'd make me famous and great, thank you. But at the same time, appreciate you.
Yeah.
But at the same
Still.
time, I didn't let those go.
Yeah.
And I get where she's coming from. It's her body. It is
Yeah.
almost like
Well, and do you think that all of them are real?
man, yes,
I think
they look
I
real.
think a good
Most
portion of them are, but
almost
some
all
of them
look
I'm like,
real.
From what I saw, it was pretty convincing.
Yeah,
they-
it was all
but-
pretty like the
was
same
all-
too. It
but
was all
yeah.
about the same body each time. She looks freaking amazing. Like
You have nothing to be mad at.
No,
Jennifer.
but at the same time, I think the repercussions that are happening, people that are losing their Twitter accounts,
But
the
the amount of
sites are being
smiles
shut
she
down.
put on so many faces.
I
Oh,
really,
yeah.
literally,
And
someone just
I've got
put
a
it in my
question.
hands.
Don't get me
I was
wrong,
just-
that hacker's a dirty bastard. He can go to hell.
Yeah, but how many
But-
phones has those pictures been saved on now?
Oh my gosh, they were so. Like,
Did you save them on yours?
In case anyone's watching, no, I didn't save anything on
Yeah.
mine. But my friend literally was like, I'm gonna go home and
Yeah.
make my husband look at these while I suck his penis later. That's how hot you are, just so you know. She's like, I want my husband to be thinking about how hot you are while I'm giving him head. That is amazing. You look that good.
I wonder if she'd let someone take a chance at it. If he's looking at pictures, he's not paying attention down there.
Oh my gosh.
And I'll rock his world.
Sweet.
What?
You don't even know who
What?
the man is.
No, I don't. But if he's cute,
I think it's the guy who plays Beast in the X-Men movie. No, I mean that. I think it's that guy.
oh really?
No, but you're talking about her
I would
husband
do
in real
that.
life. I'm talking about my friend's husband.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, that's not. That guy wasn't an X-Men. I don't think
no,
so.
at all.
Anyway.
Anyways, who else got released? I know we only care
We
about
got Jennifer Lawrence, Kate Upton. Thank you. Ariana Grande, Kirsten Dunst, Kristen Ritter, Hope Solo, little Olympic medalist,
They said theirs weren't real though.
and Michaela Maroney.
Yeah, the Olympic medalists said those weren't real. The Jennifer Lawrence ones look pretty freaking legit.
Yeah.
Like they look like the same person.
Well,
each
eventually
time.
they'll release a statement and say whether they're true or not. So
They're real.
But-
They're
And
so-
they're
yeah,
amazing.
but a lot of people
Her
are
body
getting in
is
trouble
like,
for this.
and they
too.
were like talking about her being like a thicker Hollywood woman, but her like curves are amazing, and
Yeah.
her legs are like
She has a
she's-
very Marilyn Monroe-ish.
She has a very Adams into it ish
Yeah.
kind of thing going
She
on.
has an amazing.
She
body.
has a beautiful body.
Design.
Yeah,
into it.
and her face. It just I was like, this is the hottest woman I've ever seen naked, and I
Yeah.
look at myself every day, so.
Yeah. Oh.
It's definitely interesting.
Let's not stroke our ego here.
I know, or something.
So that's all. That's. I mean, I guess that's something we're gonna have to live with. I mean, everybody's seen it. I think it's amazing, but
Yeah.
it is
You know
what it
what?
is.
You know what? I think it's time for a new game.
Yeah. Well, actually,
We're gonna
do a quick segment, real quick. It's my new segment. It's called Slanging with Suede. Be careful. It's
Slanging.
graphic. It is graphic.
I get naked. Very good.
Twice.
Is the Kentucky Klondike Bar, which is the act of freezing one's poop and reinserting it into one's partner. Slang and used in a sentence. Andrew broke up with Jessica when he found her Kentucky Klondike Bar collection in her freezer. This has been Slanging with Suede.
Was the Kentucky Klondike?
I don't think we're on.
No, we're not on.
Are you there? Hold on just one second. There's no mic.
There we go.
Hello, sorry about that. We're trying out some new mics this week, so we'll see how that goes, and that's why we're gonna have some sound things going on. But anyways, so that segment is called Slangin' with Suede. Turn it down just a little.
Again, we're sorry for the technical difficulties, but you see how awesome these are?
Yeah, we have a
don't
lot more
those
room to
big
move
black-
around.
I mean, I miss them, but they don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now I have this small little black thing, which I'm totally not into.
No, you
guys
normally
are
like
lucky
them a
it's
lot
not
bigger.
white, or I wouldn't put my mouth this close to it at all.
Yeah.
Anyways,
yeah,
but that's why we're having a few technical
I like
difficulties.
the freedom that they provide.
But anyway, so that was Slanging with Suede. It's words that I find, people don't hear about this stuff. Amber was saying to me earlier, like nobody really does that, but there's a word for it, and it's disgusting.
And
but
what
anyways,
was it again?
It is called the Kentucky Klondike Bar.
And what do you do?
It's where you take feces or poop after you poop, and you put it in the freezer. You freeze it, and then you insert it into your partner.
Nope, that never happens. No one does that.
No one does
that.
I know a guy who.
Oh,
You're
wow.
so
I
old.
really
No
don't.
one does that. And if They never admit it.
Real quick update from Brian and Sadi. Jennifer Lawrence's reps have confirmed the photos are real.
Oh, fantastic,
Photos
fantastic.
are real.
I bet they are. They look amazing.
And then we're also going to be moving on to do something else new today.
we have a new game, and it's called Truth or Titties, because we love titties here on this
Everybody,
show.
I've got a pair myself.
The game goes like this. We're going to say a couple statements. If they're true, we say true. If they're false, we say titties. But my tits are real, so.
Yeah, mine are too. I paid for them.
Anyways, who wants to go first?
Let's Suede. Truth or titties? Come on.
All right, so,
Don't look at my answers.
all right, this is which one is a truth and which one is a titty?
Okay.
All right, the first one, women are more likely to cheat while they're ovulating, or 40 to 50% of men have erectile dysfunction in their life.
The first one.
The first one is
true.
truth. The second one is titties.
All right, so you think that the women have more likely to cheat while they're ovulating?
Yeah, because they're
true.
hornier.
That
Yes.
actually is the truth, and the other is the titty. Actually, the real fact is only 10 to 30% of men actually have erectile dysfunction in their life.
That is very great news.
I know.
I like that news. Okay, my truth or titty. Vaginas have something in common with a shark. Vagina farts are fake.
Truth and titties.
I think it's titties and truth.
Okay, so you think vaginas don't have anything in common with sharks?
No.
No, I
And you think that
think they do.
you think they do.
think they
And then you think that vagina farts are real? And you think they're fake.
Well,
Or no.
they're not real farts because they're being inserted.
Okay, anyways. Vagina farts are real.
Oh, I was wrong. Oh, hell.
Okay, and then
See, I know nothing about vagina.
And then
nothing.
the vagina both contain squalene, a substance that exists in both shark livers and natural.
This is exactly why I call a woman's period Shark Week.
Oh.
See blood, they go crazy.
So bad, no.
That makes sense now,
All
don't
right.
I, bitches?
All right, Adam, and yours.
All right.
You can take longer.
The testes increase by size 25% when a man is aroused, or women have been known to orgasm during birth.
I think
Women-
that it's
Titties
true.
Titties truth.
Yeah, I think
Got it.
I think don't
Got
the
it.
balls do
Women have
50%?
It's 50.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Women have.
I've had a couple
women
balls
have
in my
been known
mouth.
to orgasm during birth.
I can see that.
That's
All
interesting.
right, Suede, you're next.
All right, here we go. So which is the truth, which is the titty? In 1 hour, a sperm can travel 7 inches. And a normal ejaculation, meaning when a man comes, it contains 171 calories.
Wait, say it. say the first one again.
Okay, so the first one is in 1 hour, a sperm can travel 7 inches.
Okay.
And the other one is when a man ejaculates, the average of those is 171 calories.
Okay, I think the first one's titties because I think it can travel further, and I think the second one is truth.
Yeah, I'm gonna go titties and truth. Titties and truth.
It's backwards, actually. The truth is a sperm can travel 7 inches, and there's only 7 calories in sperm.
I mean, that's why I have a
Yeah.
strict sperm diet.
All right.
Vagina, the word in Latin, Vagina, the word in Latin means blossomed flower. Or pubic hair has a life expectancy of 3 weeks.
I think it's titties and truth.
Truth and titties.
Truth and titties?
Truth and titties.
We're backwards again.
You're wrong, you're right.
Damn it.
Woo!
The word actually means sheath for a sword.
Sheath for a sword.
That's what vagina means well, that's the root of it in Latin.
Is that why they're bloody?
All right. All right.
We're gonna keep going there tonight, aren't we?
All right,
This
here we
is
go.
cute.
Here's our finisher, and currently the score is 2-2-2. So
Ooh.
you guys
So
can
you
either,
could win it?
No, you guys can either get it right and tie, or one of you can get it right and wrong, and one wins. But I can only. Best I can
unless
do
we
is all
both
three
get
of
it
us
wrong.
tie. Yeah, I need
Unless
you
all
both to
three of us
it
get wrong.
Better make
Alright.
it good, big boy.
1/3 of women have sex by the 3rd date. Almost 1/3 of women over 80 still have sex with their spouse.
Titties truth.
I am going to say titties truth as well.
You are both correct.
Yay!
It is 1/2
Winning.
of women have sex by the 3rd date.
Oh,
Yeah, by the
if you're
third
dating Adam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it takes me at least 11. It takes me so long.
Oh.
But when I finally
That's
do
what
lay
she
the pipe,
said.
I wish I said that more
No.
often.
But also, guys, don't forget we do have a Facebook, an Instagram, and a Twitter. You can check us out on all of those.
Just to plug us at all times.
I have
Yeah.
an Instagram.
And we do have business cards. So if you want to join the party and
Sorry.
get some Instagram cards with us,
Instagram cards.
Yeah.
it'll be a good time. So into sex and technology.
It's an interesting one.
I don't know. It's a big part of everyone's life.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I think in our society now it is.
Yeah.
Because sex has evolved.
So much.
So much. I mean, it's
Well,
it's
the fact that you have sex at the ready on the internet whenever you want now,
Mm-hmm.
literally.
Yeah.
Like, that's just mind blowing. Like, you could pull out your phone, go to a website, and be streaming some sort of sexual act within seconds.
yeah.
What is that one where they're like, I forget what it was, and every time you look at it, they're like the person's jerking off on it. Every time you meet them and they're just jerking off.
Are you talking about a roulette?
Chat roulette.
Chat roulette.
Yeah.
Well, not all of them are.
That shit
Not
is
all of them
awful.
are.
Almost all of them.
A lot of them.
It's almost everyone's jerking off.
I've only been on there at a friend's house where we actually had 3 laptops and we were all 3 like doing this thing, and it was. I mean, the
They
thing
were all
is-
jerking off at the
I
same
would just
time.
stare at the
No,
camera
no.
like this. I'd go like and get really close to it, and then like it'd flip up, and like some guy would be sitting there with his dick out, and he'd be like, ugh, and like click off me.
I mean, I think technology is such a part of our society that like with online porn, a bunch of me and my friends, we looked up Kim Kardashian's porn, Paris Hilton's porn, and Farrah from, whatever, Backdoor Mom or whatever
Yeah.
it was. We watched it, and there was like 10 of us at my house, and we were like streaming porn, watching it on a laptop. Like,
So you're telling me there were 10 women at your
No,
house?
guys and girls.
Co-ed.
Co-ed.
I'm not
So
gonna
is
lie, I
this how
watched
an
the Farrah
orgy
one.
starts?
Farrah
Huh?
took it like
Is
a
this how
no,
the orgy
and
starts?
then one of my friends got really pissed because the battery died, and he's like, "What the hell, Amber? Get it back on!" I was like, "I'm gonna leave it here now. We're not gonna
Yeah,
turn
like
this.
what?
We can't get this excited about this."
I did
This
look up
kid-
the Farrah one though because I was interested.
It was horrible.
Oh,
I've
God.
It was
not
so
seen
horrible.
any of them.
It was
She
so
was
horrible.
terrible.
It was not
I
good.
felt
Oh.
bad for her counterpart.
Really? Was she really? That was just a poor
She
lay
just-
or what?
Like,
She
if
sounds
I were
like
to
a
have
horse.
sex with her and she were to make that noise,
Yeah,
I
she
would
sounds like a
be
horse.
horrified.
But I mean, if you think about it, sex is even promoted on TV, though. I mean, sex is everywhere.
It is no. I mean, a show. Sex sells. I mean, that's
Yeah.
why we named our show "Sexually Educated." We don't like talking about sex. We just do it.
Yes,
'cause
we
it sells.
do.
Oh, okay.
Next
Sorry.
week we're actually doing a 45-minute segment on knitting and whatnot.
Yeah,
so we're not even talking about
because
this.
we're
We just have
totally
sex in
into
the title.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, it is everywhere. It's on TV.
Yeah.
It's easily accessible anywhere you go.
Well, I mean, even on some late night networks, there's risque stuff that's not quite porn, but it's getting close.
Well, like think about like Big Brother After Dark.
Yeah.
I mean, right there. You know how many people watch that? It has
It's
its
some
own
weird
channel
shit.
on
It's like
HBO or
voyeurism.
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like voyeurism.
And you said you had a friend that.
I knew people, yeah, who it was weird because it was this little office, and you would go to it, and the outside looked like an office, like it was a 2-story building, and once you walked in, it looked like a completely furnished, like bougie ass apartment. But there was cameras set up everywhere, and basically these girls would go in and they would chat with guys online and like take their tops off, and then like the guys could see them. People paid to be able to click on all these different cameras and see what they were doing, so they'd shower for them, and these guys would like send them gifts and stuff, like lingerie to wear for them and all this.
I mean,
weird
they were
shit,
paying
but-
for it all right.
Yeah, but yeah, it was. That was their profession. It was.
Yeah, I mean that's a
voyeurism.
lot of money though. A lot, and that's just people love to watch
Yeah.
people. Like you can make so much money doing that. Interesting enough, 30% of all data transferred across the internet is porn.
No, well, I mean,
Yeah.
That is
That ma- that
crazy.
makes-
you
that
do
doesn't
realize
shock me at
though.
all.
I mean, if you think about it right now, there are porn sites outnumber regular sites. Have to.
I mean, because we're
Because-
dirty little bitches.
Do you
all
realize
of
if you
us.
go to the WhiteHouse.com, it's actually a porn site?
That is awesome. They got to it before the White House.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying. So the internet has really took off because of the transfer of porn.
Exactly. Well, I mean, like YouPorn, which is YouTube's counterpart in the porn world, they stream 6 times the bandwidth of Hulu. That means, because I mean, you need.
I also have 8 to 9 videos up of me if you guys would like to search me.
Oh my God.
It's Ginger Dynamo
It's mostly me dancing to 80s hot, pop music and
on
whatnot.
YouPorn.
Yeah,
Are you touching yourself?
a little bit.
Like the guy on Silence
Yeah.
of the Lambs?
There's a lot of helicopter dick. A lot of it. It's my favorite move.
This, you
My
know,
favorite
have
thing
you
to
ever
do.
heard when people say, "Hey, did you realize when things were starting to get weird?" Yeah, I feel like that right now.
Pretty much every
starting to
time
get
me and
weird.
Swade go out, like, it'll be like half an hour in, he'll look at his phone and be like, "Yep, he's right on time," and then I'm like shooing. People are just running away from me.
He's like doing the
terrible.
helicopter.
I'm like, "What's up, guy? Come
He's
on,
like,
man.
you guys want to see me become a girl real quick?
We're having a party." I'm not afraid to get weird.
Also, another thing is like voyeurism would be like Skype. Like,
Yeah.
I know Skype, I used to date a guy and we were long distance. He was in upstate New York. I've said this before, so we would Skype and I became a very good dancer because of Skype.
Yeah.
Decent dancer.
Well-
and I had a lot of internet sex because of Skype. I mean, with myself, but essentially You can see everything going on
Yeah.
Skype. I watched a lot of jerking off on Skype as well. I don't
And you
know.
had
that
to
do
act
it
like
for
you
you?
like it. Like,
No, I
did you-
do. I really, I'm not gonna lie to you. This is
did it
so
for you?
weird.
Like, you were into it?
If I'm into the person, if some rando sends me a picture of his penis and and he's just jerking off, I'm not into it.
What if
But-
it's a pretty one?
Maybe. But if I'm into the guy and he sends me a picture and I know what that penis feels like, and then he goes, I just want to watch him nut too. If you cut off before I get to see the cum, that's really graphic, but I'm being
that is a
serious.
little-
No, I mean,
I'm
I
being
understand.
serious,
I
though.
understand. I mean, what's the point in watching it all happen and not to see how it finished out?
Exactly. And I want to
So,
be, if I'm
but-
the reason that's happening, even better.
You do realize Skype became actually a problem with the internet connections, like for the military that had wives and stuff like that. Like there are certain times of the day, like when they were doing rotates and so on and so forth, that like the bandwidth would go way up because guys were Skyping with their significant others, or women were with back and forth.
It gives you
There's
that sense of
tons and tons.
intimacy. It gives you that sense of
Yeah.
intimacy. It does.
I did it before and I didn't really dig it.
I mean,
It was
I
I
weird
mean,
to me.
I think for a guy it's different. Like here, to be honest with you, I mean, like porn's entertaining. I mean, don't get me wrong, everybody watches porn, but
if I'm gonna
it
jerk
just-
off, I
it
want to
just-
sit around and think about something happy.
I can
Preferably
think
a
of
woman, but like I'm more of
If
a.
okay, but if a girl's
I'm more of
in-
a cerebral
if a
masturbator.
Okay, but if a girl's in front of you and you guys you're dating someone and it's been like 4 months, you guys have to be apart, and you guys are gonna be apart for a while, and you're like, let's try this, and she's getting off on the camera in front of you, does a little. You're down.
No,
you're
no,
down in 2 seconds.
Yeah, but it's
Well, no,
easier for
like-
women to fake it that way too.
He probably remembers this. One time I was kind of seeing this girl who was kind of crazy, but I really was like just kind of seeing her. But out of the blue,
She's kinda crazy.
out
We're all
of-
crazy.
She was really kind of crazy.
She was, but out of the blue, she sends me just a video of her playing with herself.
Yeah.
And like I already knew I probably shouldn't pursue anything with her, and like I was already like, man, I have to find a way to get this girl away from me. But I'm like, she sends me this video, and I was so into it. I was like, this is one of the greatest things anyone's ever texted me before. Like, yeah, and I don't know. I ended up keeping her around for like 4 weeks because of it. And
So
then-
girls, if you want to be a keeper, send him. No, I'm just kidding. Do
Well, I
not.
mean, most couples
No.
do if you think about it. Like in the middle
leave
of the
something
day.
to my imagination. Come on
Well,
now.
and now come on, if you're dating someone in the middle of the day, they don't send you like a dirty picture or something like
That's
that.
awesome.
That's not.
I'm cool with
That is
dirty
That's. I
photos.
mean,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's cool.
That's. I mean, and you know, that's. I
But
get
there's
that.
nothing more unattractive than when someone sends you a dirty picture and you're not into them.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
It
Yeah,
is like,
no, that
it's even
happens.
more of a turn off. It's
Yeah.
like
You know-
here was my. You really know?
No,
But,
I'm saying like yeah. No,
And that's
it's
like
happened.
sexting. You know, some people are good at it and some people aren't.
No,
I
God.
hate that I'm good at it because I don't like it.
Yeah.
See, the
no.
thing is, sexting doesn't really do anything for me.
Man, I could
It's
paint a
just-
portrait though. Like I could.
I can do it in my mind
Shit.
so much faster and better and create a whole new world.
Like
It's
if
a
I could
whole
compile
new
all the sex
world.
I've ever sent, I could probably write some story that would.
Oh my gosh.
Some ridiculous.
Oh,
Danielle
we have a
Steele.
have a call.
caller.
I'm willing to bet I know who it is.
Hi, welcome to Sexually Educated.
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
There's the man.
Hi, how are you?
This is your man in Tennessee.
Yeah, you got a little echo. We're working on some sound things going on, but we'll keep on going on with you, Brian. How are you doing up in Saudi? People don't.
Like a squirter, like Amber said, you know, she wants the guy to come or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe if I had a female who was like a squirter and she was going to blast the camera or something like that.
Would that turn you on though,
So
Brian?
you want some sort of production value?
Yeah, I want to see the
You
nut.
want like a practical effect at the end?
But what if
Yeah,
what
I'm
if
not
she's
big
using a
fan of
toy
the
though?
voyeurism, though. What's that?
It's like having your own little porn though. What if she's using a toy? It's like having a porn, but you get to tell her what to do.
I don't really get off on watching women masturbate. I just really don't.
Yeah.
I mean, I get off on watching the right women masturbate,
Well,
but
now,
it's like a.
would you say that technology has changed your sex life?
I can give you a couple of first-hand experiences how technology changed my sex life.
Give us one.
I'll give you my favorite one. In 2007, a buddy of mine introduced me to Craigslist.
Okay.
One night I got really drunk. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I was looking on Craigslist, and I realized that a couple had posted an article or posted an ad. They wanted another guy to come over, and they lived in my subdivision.
Oh, that's interesting.
Awesome. Do you know the story?
So
Yes.
Yep.
I was incredibly drunk. I responded to the ad, and they immediately contacted me back and said, "Oh my God, we live on this street. Come on over." And I'm like, "Okay." So I figured I'd go check it out. Then I walked over to their house. It was literally like 2 streets over. Walked over, knocked on the door, went in. They greeted me with a beer and some other things. And then, literally, I sat down on the couch, and this guy was like, "My wife's gonna suck your dick."
That's awesome.
And I'm like, "All right, whatever, you know." And like, she couch, and this guy grabbed her by the back of the head, by her hair, and literally forced her to give me a blowjob until I came.
That's kind of hot.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
I mean,
that's kind of hot.
How did that make you
Technology
feel?
has done you amazing things, Brian.
And dude, honestly, up here in Tennessee, when I moved here, I didn't know anybody, and so I checked out some ads, and I even put one of my own up. Never my face, just a picture of what I'm working with. And I've had sex with 3 women off of Craigslist up here, so technology is an amazing thing.
Awesome.
Well, we're glad it's been so good to you.
This guy's doing great things.
All right,
I
Brian.
used
well-
plenty of fish a couple times. No shame in my
What's
game.
that?
Brian from Saudi, we want to say thank you.
All right, guys.
We'll talk to
Thank
you
you very
soon.
much. Have a good
I
night.
enjoy the show. Adam, love the headband, bro.
Yeah, bro, it's just part of who I am now. So that's how that's gonna be.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, thanks, dude.
Does it come with any patchouli?
It was a whole bunch of patchouli after that concert I went to. Shit.
Yeah, Bluebeard for the win.
Oh yeah.
Bluebeard
Yeah,
for the
I'm gonna get a sex story from him one day.
You guys
Awesome.
keep it up, man. I love your show. I'll keep calling in and offering my not so expert opinion when I can.
Thank you, Brian.
so
Have a
much.
good night.
Actually, that's makes sense that he would meet someone or you meet someone because 52.4% of men and 47.6% of women have met someone online or use online dating.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, think
I've
about
done
it. I've met people online. It's an easiest way to meet. I mean, there are programs now, like for gay men, anyways. Like you've got Grindr, Adam for Adam, Scruff. You've got these different things that are right on your phone. I can tell how close the nearest person which on that app is to me.
Yeah, exactly. Like Tinder, you can do the same thing. Tinder, it's like you're within 5 miles. Facebook even.
Yeah.
Facebook even like tells you like, hey, I'm in this neighborhood. Hey,
Yeah.
I'm here. You know what I'm saying?
Some of the best
Yeah.
sex I ever had was with a girl I met one time.
Yeah.
Off of Plenty of Fish. Like we literally might have said 3 or 4 things back and forth to each other on Plenty of Fish, and she sent me a text message. It was a Friday. I only worked till 6. She's like, "What are you doing tonight?" She's like, "Well, meet me at Yard Ale in South Tampa." We got there. We're like halfway through our first beer. She's like, "All right, I live right down the block." She's like, "So let's finish this and go." So we went to her house. We had sex for a while. Then she kind of sort of made me a midnight snack. Then we had sex again, and then I just left, and we never spoke or anything. It was awesome.
That is,
It was awesome.
I heard Plenty
Yeah.
of Fishes, that's what it's about though. Like eHarmony, you're looking to connect with someone. Plenty of Fish, I heard it's
Plenty
like,
of Fish is the
get
only
it.
place that I've ever gotten any attention from someone who was attractive. Because she messaged me.
Yeah.
It was one of those things. And you go on Tinder and
Yeah.
I don't even want to know who's accepting me because I'm so picky that it's like you have one match in 17 weeks.
Aw.
But,
So-
I really hate Tinder. Tinder's just, you get so many douchebags on Tinder because it is based on looks and you're like, they're hot. And if I'm thinking you're hot, you're probably a douchebag.
but
I'm just, that's
9
But
times
think
out of
about
10,
this.
Amber picks the winner.
Think about this. 20 years ago, this would not have been happening.
never. You had to
Yeah, but
court someone,
Exactly.
you had to meet someone out. Yeah.
Exactly. You had
I'm
to
trying
meet
to bring
somebody
that
out. It was
back.
a
That's what
lot
I'm trying to do.
riskier. I think it was a lot riskier. It wasn't nearly. I mean, not saying that it's safe to do online, but now if something happens to you, they can see your last transactions and who they were with. I mean, it is safer. But yeah, it's so technology.
It is also a lot riskier though, and in the same sense, I feel like when we do sex or when we do online dating or finding sex, we're giving ourselves too many options.
Yeah. No. Well, there are a lot of options.
And that's the problem. It's so hard to find someone. Before they just had to be in your demographic. You had to run into each
Well,
other.
I think
It makes
people
me-
have settled with more. Now people don't have to settle. Like you can play the field per se. You know what I mean?
It makes
Yeah,
me
but
feel weird to use
Yeah.
technology.
It's
I would-
many people.
I
I'd rather meet
I don't
someone
even
out.
think that's me missing part of a generation because there's people that are way older than me that do it.
Yeah.
But to me, it just doesn't feel
It doesn't feel genuine. You feel like it's fake. It's
I
just
would rather not harass someone on the internet or via text message or whatever. I would rather not harass them for weeks on end and just take the chance of maybe seeing them in public 2 or 3 times a week.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
Well,
then taking my chances there.
yeah. Well, I mean, if you think about it, though, I mean, in today's society, though, we work so much. You know, we're exhausted. We do all these things with our friends, blah, blah, blah. I mean, where are you really going to meet these people, though? I mean, think about it. Within a 5-mile radius, there's a lot of people that we don't even know.
We could go to Southern Brewing and meet the love of our lives, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Yeah,
It's
and
true.
I usually prefer men that I don't, because when you meet online, I feel like you're taking away something. One, and two, technology becomes a part of the relationship.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
you meet someone online, technology is going to be a major part of your relationship.
Yeah.
And depending on how much, I mean, the people that like, yeah, we all love to sex, you know, 1 in 5 Americans do it, but at the same time, like, I feel like when you're in a relationship with someone that's glued to their phone, you both are constantly texting.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and I hate that. That is one of the things I get caught up in that too, because when they start texting you all the time,
Yeah.
you get used to that, and it's hard to break the habit. Be like, okay, can we just? Because then you're like, what's wrong? What changed? When you're really just like, can I have my life back? Because
Yeah, like,
texting, I'm gonna see you later, and if I
Yeah.
don't see you, you become
Yeah.
too dependent on that person because you can always contact them. When before it was a phone call, now it's a simple message
Well,
all day.
I think that's the biggest problem with relationships nowadays. Is the fact that people can, at a whim, ask somebody where they're at or what they're doing. The fact that you can literally just harass somebody from a phone.
Yeah.
You can take this and just harass the shit out of your,
Yeah.
or your
Yeah.
lover, trying to figure out what they're doing or where they're at or what they've been doing, whatever. People can do that, and I'm a big believer in space. I
Yeah,
love
no,
space.
I'm the same way.
You don't want to talk to me today. You have to work, and then you have other shit to do. That's fine.
Well, I mean, just
Text me tomorrow.
Send me a text
You know what I mean?
before you go to bed.
Well,
I
like
like
the-
that, but I have not found a woman that I've dated in years that has been like that. It's always, where are you? What's going on? What are
But
doing?
you
There's
have to
no
remember
privacy anymore.
because we start off wanting to get to know someone instead of courting them, instead of going out
Yeah.
and stuff. We spend our time texting, and it becomes a habit.
Yeah.
And then when you change that habit, it feels like something's different in the relationship. So then she's like, "What went wrong?"
Or
and you're
he
saying
does.
the same thing. Or
like
you do.
like even in my relationships, technology's been an issue for the simple fact it's like, well, what are you doing? Like, who are you texting? Why are you texting someone else? You
most
know?
relationships, like I'm a firm believer that you can text someone, become really into them. I'd rather
Yeah.
it not be that way, but it
Yeah.
happens if you guys are
Yeah.
gonna text back
Yeah.
and forth. But once you guys get to know so much about one another, especially when you're in a relationship for a few months,
Then you want them
someone
more
gets back,
face
well,
to
you don't
face.
text me as much as you used to. It's like, well, you don't have. I'm not learning as much anymore. So
Well, yeah,
it's
it's
like
true.
it's like you just said, it's a disadvantage because it's, it starts off that way, but then it gets to a point where it's like, oh, well, you don't do this.
But then it becomes a habit, and
Yeah.
those habits, because you got to think, it takes 3 weeks to form a habit, 3 weeks to break a habit.
Yeah.
If you start off the relationship for the first 3 weeks, you're trying to get to know them, you don't see them a lot, you both have conflicting schedules, so you're texting them. You become in that habit. It becomes
Yeah.
something, you're then used to that. You're going to, every time you think of this, you're going to want to text
But at the
them.
same time, though, I mean, that could also, depending on who that is, if you're together more after that point in time, what if your relationship primarily is through a phone, which I mean would not be cool, but
No, that would
but then again, there's also a lot of good things in technology too.
Yeah, no, I love sexting. I can't
Yeah.
lie. I love to sext. I mean, your guys' age range, 18 to 34,
Yeah.
you have the highest, which is at 40% for men.
I think sexting is stupid. I really do. I think it's stupid, but I am so good at it, and I do have fun when I do it. But like, I can't help it. Every time I send a sext, be like,
I kind of laugh
"Way
at
to
myself.
go!" Way to go, Shakespeare. Like that
Yeah.
sounded really awesome.
I'm just like, please don't show anyone what I just wrote because it's really dirty.
Yeah.
Like, it's probably way too dirty for anyone to read.
But I mean, well, even as far as that, like people also can expand their horizons.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
So-
I mean, and you get a lot more communication. And I mean, I feel like there's some things you could say via technology that you actually can't say in person.
Yeah.
See, here's one of my biggest problems about sexting is when I get a sext from a girl saying she's going to do some shit, and then I
Yeah.
never see that happen in real life.
Oh, no, that would piss me off,
Like,
too.
if I send you a sext about how I throw you into the bathroom and put you over the sink and lift up one of your knees and put it on the sink and just go at it from behind. If I send you a text,
That's
Yeah.
really
like that,
graphic.
a
Why are you
sex like
saying
that?
about it like that?
because if I
Because you
say
would
it,
like
I'm going
it.
to do it.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
If I ever text you that, it's just going to happen.
I'm going to erase it and pretend like I didn't see it.
No, but I'm saying
I'm
like
Adam's drunk again.
when I send a text, I'm like, I'm trying to tell
Yeah.
the future. Like this is what's going to happen when we're not on the phone anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
But-
that's not always reciprocated. It's like, but
No.
you painted me such a beautiful picture.
Yeah,
But
why aren't
then
you
again-
licking my balls tenderly?
Yeah.
You know?
Well, but I'm just saying also like people can research certain things like fetishes. And
Oh,
now
we
they have
talked
a
about that, yeah.
And now they have it. Not only can they research, if they're into bondage or leather or whatever it may be, they now have an outlet to not only one research it and two, or actually several. They can shop it, they can get everything they want online, and also they can meet online communities.
And that is one of the things. They said the internet has blown up, like it's really blown up the fetish community because
Mm-hmm.
you can actually find people that are into things before fuzzies and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Where would you find people?
Well, people
Fuzzies
may have,
are weird.
I mean, they
Furries,
are.
are they furries?
It is bizarre.
Furries?
It is bizarre.
Don't even get me started, dude.
I mean,
They
it's
scare
to
me.
each their own. I mean, at least they're not doing something worse. As long as it's with like animal clothes and not actual animals.
Yeah.
I have never seen a horror film, of all the horror films I've seen, that scares me as much as furries do.
Furries, I mean, I
they're-
just
no.
wouldn't want to touch them. You know they
I mean,
can't
yeah.
be clean.
I know.
They
The
can't be
semen
clean.
that's
Imagine the
on
inside
them.
of those suits.
No, I don't want to. Thank you. Goodbye.
Anyways,
But
you
no,
know,
no.
this is
upsetting.
so bad.
Okay, so with that being said too, so communities can come together, but also, people can express themselves more. They can go out there now and search for toys that they know are going to hit certain spots,
Yeah.
because women's bodies and men's bodies are all designed differently. So maybe they know, oh, if I go to a curve a little bit this way, they can find a toy that does that.
Yeah, yeah.
Or they, let's say there's a couple that's been together, they want to spice up their sex life, and they start, looking into something. They can find videos, they can do a whole bunch of different things. Talk to people that are in that community.
I would like to know the amount of orgasms people were having before the internet to after the internet.
I know. I bet it's increased like a million times.
Or even
fold.
the internet 10 years ago to the internet now.
Yeah.
The internet 10 years ago sucked.
Like, I feel like
Yeah, it's
everybody,
horrible.
But, the thing
everybody's
is, at the
blowing a load
time,
somewhere.
I was
Like,
happy with 56K. I was like, oh my gosh, we actually got 52.5.
Yeah.
My internet's going to go fast.
and someone tried to call you for like an emergency and the line would be busy.
No,
Oh,
that wasn't 10 years
no,
ago.
why
That was
don't
like
they get off
15.
the
That was like 15 years ago.
Yeah, because we had AOL dial-up.
Yeah.
And then after that, I think we got what was it? That's when we first got the.
You've got shitty internet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, it was,
that's exactly what it's
Well,
like.
we actually had a separate phone line put in and everything. It was actually kind of cool. It worked out well in the end, but either way. But also, so people can find toys. They can do research.
People can,
they can do everything like that.
I think learning's
The
crazy.
education
The learning
part,
factor.
sexually educated, you can find online
Yeah.
in technology.
I teach you guys something new every week.
Yeah, we try to. I mean, that's you before. And then the other thing is, before you went by your friend's advice. Your friend
Yeah.
said to do this. Your friend said to do that. Now you're kind of like, okay, well, I can look it up on the internet. Like, what is this? That slang, swang, and
Yeah.
slang with you today. I mean, that's disgusting. But
It's there to be
But
found.
it's there to be found. I mean,
You
there's
know.
so much education from the internet that we can get, not just in porn, but in everything.
Yeah.
I mean, it's true. I'm like, I'd be a damn liar if I said, at some point or another, I had to look something up. Like, well, what can I do to make this better?
Yeah.
I looked up how to
even
squirt
research
online. Like, I had a boyfriend that wanted it to happen, and like we looked it up online.
I figured
Did
that
you
one
make
out
it happen?
myself.
Yeah, well, no, he couldn't. I do now make it happen. I had a professional teach me, and then I was just able to do it from now
Gotcha.
on.
Okay.
Yeah, not the point.
Can we
But
get this professional on the show?
Yeah, right?
I know. I don't
I
want to
need,
give him
I need
credit.
step by step
One time he asked me, he's
knowledge.
like, "Do you ever talk about me in front of your friends on the show?" I was not
Oh,
attracted
it's
to
a dude?
but he was amazing. He is the squirt king. Like, if you've never squirted, this guy could probably make you squirt, and then you could just do it for your whole
Challenge accepted.
life. He's amazing, but that's as far as he goes as attractiveness.
That's all he's got.
Oh my gosh, but it's too much, honestly. It's too much, yeah.
Too much.
Anyways, not the point. So we're going
But
back.
even before we were talking about hookup sites, but even for actual like relationships, you realize that you can now be in a full-fledged relationship with a convict that's behind bars that you can't see.
That's what I want. You know
I don't
what?
understand what's wrong with that. I have
Orange is the
that's
new
how
black.
that's how I juggle 3 girlfriends.
They're in the same cell, actually.
Yeah, what if they find out they're all in the same block?
Bitch is gonna get cut.
You should see me at visitation day. I'll be right back.
I've only got 10 minutes and
What are
he's
you
been out
doing?
of the
I
room
drank
3
so
times.
much coffee today, babe.
I had to pee
sorry.
tons of
All I
times.
can imagine is Orange is the New Black, though, because those girls are so hot. Like Lauren Prepon, is that her name?
Yeah.
Oh my, Laura Prepon. Oh God, I would have liked to see her nudes.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, it's not the point. Orange is that's all I can think about is the hot ones, and then like Crazy Eyes and
Yeah.
everything like that. That's who you're seeing.
Yeah.
Those are your girlfriends.
Oh, yeah.
Those definitely
can you
are. Yeah.
imagine-
No, Crazy Eyes is my number one. Because one that's a bad bitch who's going to shank somebody on the inside.
One
There
eye's
you
gonna
go.
look this way
Yeah.
on your balls,
Yeah.
on your dick at
And
the same time.
And when she gets out, I'm protected for life. So.
Well, would you now?
Shit.
Would you say this though? Would you change technology today and make it like it used to be?
No.
I mean, it's useful.
But I wish we weren't so reliant on it for
It's-
everything.
And it's dangerous.
Well-
It's dangerous, and it does suck.
It can be over
because
because you realize there are problems
just
that
how
are
it is now.
associated with like porn, or like people that genuinely have like issues because they watch so much porn. Having real sex is actually an issue.
Yeah, no, that I mean
Mm-hmm.
all the time, and that I mean, but think about it also, like the people that are so into like their Facebook and they're so hot on Facebook and they
Mm-hmm.
talk all this stuff and then in real life they're these totally different people.
Yeah.
They are quiet. You can't like they're just like you guys are the same people.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, technology gives people this different persona. I mean, people go and marry people they meet in, what is it, like virtual avatar sites?
Like virtual
I'm-
reality.
I'm way
That's
cooler on
another
the
thing.
internet. I'm way cooler on the internet than
Well,
I
that's
am
another thing. Think about these online
Debatable.
communities that are, they can actually have sex and everything else on there.
Exactly.
And people, second lives. People use this and they live more through that life because they can make it whatever they want. I mean, it wasn't too horribly long ago. I read this article about this kid that has put like $12,000 on his mom's credit card buying stuff in these virtual worlds.
Yeah.
And the thing
People
is,
in
people
Second Life
are
get
making
crazy with
money.
that shit.
People
Yeah.
are.
There's a documentary I watched not too long ago. It's called Life 2.0. It was all these, it was about that game Second Life, which I don't know if anyone knows what Second Life is, but you go on and create another version of yourself, and you can go around and you can buy stuff from these shops that people build, and you meet other people. And these people, or these two married people, met each other and actually divorced their partners after they met in real life from this video game.
Yeah.
Like
I mean,
they became a couple in the game, and then they took it to the next level.
But that's what I'm saying. We're these different people on the internet than we are in real person. That's where I like it to go. That's why I don't like it as much. I mean, I do like, who doesn't like easy access to porn, easy access to your mate in a different place, sexting, like all that different stuff. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Sex education.
Well, the thing is, that's what we have right now. Imagine what the future is going to be.
I know. You're literally going to have sex with your computer, which we've talked about.
They have the one that already does it with the fleshlight.
Exactly. You pretty much, we pretty much have made it so you can screw a robot.
Yeah.
And
I actually did have sex with a robot last week.
Actually,
and I'm not gonna lie, it was all right.
Earlier today,
No, I did. It was a true story.
When we were setting up this
was
for
a
thing,
girl
our
that-
producer
I sold my body
actually
to
mentioned
science a
that
while ago.
in China about how they have these new sex things. Like you go in and it's like a sperm taker. I don't know what it was called.
Basically, you put your dick in this thing,
And it like
and
sucks it, or
it makes
sucks
the
it
things
out.
happen, and then you blow a load, and it has a little depository for your load.
But I think that's totally, you're avoiding it of all the intimacy.
Yeah.
You're avoiding it.
I couldn't do it.
Yeah, I don't know that that's I can't even do like a glory
I feel
hole
like I'm
situation. Like I need
one-
to see how it happens.
One, there should never be any reason my dick needs to go into a machine. I'm a firm believer that anything that is operated electronically, my dick should not be inside.
Yeah.
Okay.
I learned that with the spa. No.
Never mind.
Anyways, yeah. So no, I mean, I feel like that. But I mean, in virtual reality, nothing's as good as a partner. You know what I'm saying? I can masturbate, and like masturbation is amazing, which is our topic next week. But it's amazing. I love it. I do it all the time.
Yeah.
At the same time, you miss sex with a partner. Sex with a
No,
partner,
sex-
that intimacy, that fun, that spunk.
Masturbation
Yeah,
is
yeah.
great, but at the same time, actual physical sex.
There's nothing better than that.
It can't doesn't
Exactly.
It is the holy grail of
So
life.
completely taking it away with technology, I mean, people would be missing out on something great. Just kind of like we do with social interaction, but
Yeah.
I
It's
mean,
ruining the intimacy.
it is. It's killing to an extent. I mean, the guys that watch too much porn and can't
Yeah.
actually
Get
develop,
it up.
to their wife, or you know, the dream of porn stars. I mean, there's women that actually get their vagina like molded after porn stars because they think it's ugly because all they see is vagina in porn. It's a vagina. Like
Yeah.
I'm
Be
pretty
proud
sure.
of what you got.
I actually just posted something on Facebook a little bit about that, about how, these myths about vaginas, you just need to appreciate what you got.
Yeah.
And even your bodies too. I mean, there's somebody out there that's going to find you attractive no matter what you look like.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
It's just the
Absolutely.
point of finding them and just not going for every douchebag.
And the thing about it is though, technology's also allowed them to do that though. Technology's bringing people, you can put in, body types that you want, etc., blah, 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 and find what you're attracted to.
Yeah, like I remember 10 years, this would be 10 years ago, Face the Jury.
Face the Jury.
That was the dating site back in the day. And it was like, you put in like your body type, what you had, what you were looking for.
And you would rate 1 to 10 when you saw people's pictures.
Yeah, exactly. And you could see what people rated you.
By the way, ladies, I'm on Lulu now, so have at it.
Yeah.
He
But,
has a really good rating.
but sex technology has definitely changed the life of sex, no matter how you look at it.
It
It has changed a lot, and it's also changed the sex industry.
It
Yeah.
has, and I mean, it's grown so much, and it is so much easier for people to get out there. And porn stars are everywhere. There's probably at least one person you went to high school with that's a porn star.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're gonna get into drunk sex with Adam.
So another one, Drunk Sex 2. We had a local Tampa comedian, Burns, join us this week. Me and Amber got him really, really drunk, and he produced this story for us, so hope you enjoy it.
Is it working?
Again, because the new mics were having some technical difficulties, but this is a good time to let you know, don't forget to check out our Facebook, Instagram.
Again?
Yeah, might as well.
I love
might
it.
as
No,
well.
yeah.
Tell them, hell, while we're doing it. I mean,
Let me tell you a sex story.
yeah, right?
You know, the problem is that, like, now that we have these mics, it's easier for me to jerk you off. But since the video stopped in the middle of it, I had to stop.
Oh, man.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Mid blowjob or jerking off session.
So wait, can my hand, how many fingers do you take?
Wow.
I'm doing it backwards.
Wait a minute. Let's use technology.
How many fingers is too many?
I can vibrate.
Yeah,
You
right.
guys can watch this live on our Instagram account. You should check it out. Okay,
Snap.
All right,
so
we're gonna try
now
this
we're
one
doing
more
drunk
time.
sex with Adam. Woo!
All right, we actually might have to do that segment next week.
Yeah.
We're running a little out of time. We couldn't get the sound to work on it, but we'll definitely have that again next week. Actually, it'll go great with masturbation anyways, I guess.
Probably not.
I haven't
see
seen,
it. Okay.
yeah, I haven't even seen it yet. I don't know.
Okay. Okay, so what's our quote of the week this week?
All right, our quote of the week is, sex education may be a good idea in the schools, but I don't believe the kids should be given homework.
I agree.
Bill Cosby. And I know it's not directly related, but I'm going to relate that in a way of saying that.
He's really reaching with this one, by the way,
Yeah,
people.
Thanks. Thanks for pointing that out ahead of time. But it's awesome to go out and meet people and learn things and kind of date and do whatever. But don't go home and start Googling them and Facebooking them and trying to learn everything. Like, leave something to the imagination.
No, you don't want to know everything in
make
someone's life.
Don't make someone homework. Don't ever do that. So.
That was his, he's not reaching at all for that one.
I give up.
It's okay.
I give up.
I love it. No, I know. I feel like sex education. I think I don't know. I don't really like that.
All right. Actually, we can do that segment real quick. I think we got the sound fixed, so we're going to run that segment real quick.
Our second installment. We actually have a guest this time, which is pretty exciting. But this is our friend, local Tampa comedian Burns. Say hello, Burns. He's got a little story he wants to tell us. He's been drinking kind of heavily. It's been a pretty good night. But I believe this is a story of a one-night stand.
It is indeed. It is indeed.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, Burns.
Okay, so, well, thank you for having me on the show.
No,
First-time participator, long-time masturbator. So, about a year ago, they had the first Rum Fest. And the only reason I got to go was because I almost had sex with a friend. And when that kind of petered out, the next day she calls me and I have the worst hangover of my life. Says I have 2 free tickets to Rum Festival if you know anyone that wants to go. I go with another friend. It's unlimited rum all day. In
So you're
Florida.
drinking heavily in the summertime.
To put it lightly, yes.
Okay.
We would just get a drink, go back to the end of the line, drink the drink, and then get another drink. And just repeat process.
Over and over again.
Yeah.
All right, I can do
Well,
that.
we were there with a good group of friends, and we had a couple other people come up and join us because we thought they were cool. We said, hey, we'll give you unlimited drinks. There's a guy and a girl. I don't remember the guy's name. He was just referred to as Ginger Douche. And the girl was Rosie. Ginger Douche left the scene at some point, and Rosie and I hit it off. We were dancing. She slapped me, which was weird, but then we went back to dancing, so I said, okay. At the end of the night,
So she slapped you, and you were like, "What the hell?"
yeah, but then it was a slap and then a.
And then a caress.
So yeah,
And
so
she kept moving.
so I forgave.
I would have done the same thing.
But at the end of the night, she's like, "You're coming home with me," and just grabs my hand, and I said, "Okay." So we walked back to her house, and this is my first BDSM experience, actually. So, but
Okay. Woo! All right.
I'll get to it. I'll get to it. I just have to set it up like that.
Good. No, it's all right.
But we get into her house. We've been outside drinking in Florida in June for 6 hours, so I sweat through my clothing. She's like, "Oh my God, you stink. Go take a shower." No problem. I go in the shower. She joins me in the shower. She's like, "Oh my God, you're kind of fat." I'm like, yes, but you're the one that wanted to have sex with me. Get out of the shower, dry off. I'm in her bed, and she handcuffs one hand to her headrest, and just grabs a tassel whip off the wall and starts beating me across the chest.
Like leather?
Yeah, I think she was classy, so it was like a leather one.
What was she wearing?
Just underwear at that point in time.
Oh.
Nothing. She wasn't getting fancy with her dominatrix outfit. Just
Black underwear?
red and black lace. So
That's pretty classy.
it was
That
nice.
is kind of
It was nice.
I mean, anyway. So
Yeah.
one handcuff.
One handcuff, and
Lips.
she's just beating me like you're a dirty whore. And I'm just like, okay, yeah, whatever you say. Yeah, she's calling me that. And at that point, I'm just along for the ride. I said, okay, whatever. I'm a dirty whore. You betcha. And after the whipping, she ends up slapping me in the face, which is one of my no-nos for sex. So as soon as she slapped me, I slapped her right back. She bit my face, scratched me up, and then just used me and fucked the shit out of me.
No, is this recent? Because I did see a hickey.
No, this was something else. This was a year ago.
The hickey was a year ago.
No, this hickey was Friday.
Is that a good story?
Mainly just playing the fake boyfriend, and then I ended up having sex with her, so.
Oh, that's actually kind of entertaining. Yeah,
It was
I mean, to be in that position.
yeah, it was fun. I mean, well, no, until I got drunk enough, it wasn't like, when I got a good enough buzz going on and I was just whatever, it was awkward. Like, up until that point, it was so awkward. He has a different version of what a good time is, so.
But that led to.
That led to hickeys, yeah. And then she got mad at me for not, for starting to leave hickeys on her.
I thought it's become kind of a hickey war.
Maybe, if we go at it again, I'm definitely gonna plant a huge hickey on her.
A big one somewhere.
Yeah.
Face.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
The eccentric is what I would do.
And just suck her face. Just
That's-
real hard.
I've been beaten up and down before, but I've never had it. That's what fascinates me most about that whole story. I feel like at that point I might slap her. Because I know
Yeah.
she hit you and you hit her, but I feel
No, I
like
slapped her after she slapped me, but yeah, my friends couldn't stop making fun of me at work the next day. Is that a bite mark on your face? God, man, you hook up with raccoons, snakes, what the hell's next?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Drunk Sex with Adam. Thanks again to Burns.
Absolutely, thank you.
And yeah, if someone grabs you by the wrist, and what we've learned today is that if somebody grabs you by the wrist and whisks you away to their home and calls you fat in the shower, you're probably about to get your world rocked.
Be open to new experiences.
Yes. Thank you.
I love the way he paraphrases like your example. Like if someone wished you away, he's like, just be open. to new experiences."
Yeah, just be
No,
open.
well, again, thanks to Burns for doing that. And
Thank
if
you
any
so
of you would
much.
like to do that, feel free to contact
Yeah,
us.
he was our first one, so he was the brave first timer. He wins the
We will
champ
pay
out.
to get you drunk and blab to us on camera.
Yeah.
It's very entertaining.
It is. It's entertaining for us as well, just getting you drunk.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, we're going to do the birth control reminder. We just want you to wrap it before you tap it and practice safe sex.
Mm-hmm.
And
Always.
yeah. And what is our tip of the week for this week, my friend?
Our tip of the week is be responsible.
With what?
Oh, sex and technology.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't be an asshole.
Don't do anything crazy. I
No.
mean, if you wouldn't want your mama to see it, don't put it somewhere she shouldn't be able to find it.
If you're comfortable with your pictures possibly getting out, then take all the nudies you want. Do whatever you want, but you run that risk. And I mean, I know that as a girl that's sent out enough, I usually like to make sure I have one first before
Yeah.
I send one, so it's like collateral. It's like, hey, listen, buddy, if you do post this, I know you, and I know I sent that to you, so you're gonna
Yeah.
get posted online as well.
Exactly.
See, I don't send dick pics and I don't ask for tit pics or I
Yeah.
don't ask for that.
But why
'Cause
would you-
I want to earn seeing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I mean,
Old
it's always
school.
better in person anyways. I
But
mean,
just
you can
don't-
all get all the best angles
But see,
when
the
you're
thing is,
actually on
I
it.
take a bunch of them in my phone just for me. Like, I
Yeah.
don't send them. I take like 1 million, and they're just for me. Like, I'm not gonna look like
There's
this
some
forever.
hacker in like Belarus
who's gonna hack
yanking
your
off
phone.
to your pictures right now.
Yeah.
Okay,
Probably
whatever.
so.
But as long as he doesn't put them online, it's cool. I don't want to know about it. I don't want to know that you jerk off to me.
You could be a Russian sensation right now.
You could be
I wish.
and never even know it.
Amber Rose is on the screen again. Yes.
That red butterscotch.
yes.
We love her with the ginger.
Me
Anyways,
and Amber
yeah.
are filming a porno. It'll be out circa 2015.
I'm directing it.
Yeah.
And so if you hear his commentary in the background, it's like, don't do it like that.
It's the only way I know how.
Put
boss.
your leg up, Amber Rose Bentley. Put your leg up.
More lube.
More butter.
Sexting
Right.
as well. Your sex messages are gonna get out there as well. I mean,
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
everyone.
you don't want
I mean,
people
there
to
was
see
like
that.
some statistic of like, I mean,
You know, whatever happened to the good old
You could
fashioned
do-
like dirty phone call?
Oh, I
Those
love.
are actually hot.
Yeah,
know?
they
You
are.
never know what kind of asshole's gonna blast your shit on the internet.
Yeah.
Whether it be a sext, a picture.
Do you guys want me to tell you guys something kind of personal, but on here because I really don't care?
All right,
I used
hold
to
on,
be
we're getting deep, we're
I
getting
used to be a
deep.
sex phone operator.
Really?
I bet you were freaking
I was
awesome
amazing.
at it.
I was
How
so
I knew
good.
you'd be good at it.
I was so good.
So was Rocco.
Yeah. I
Rocco from Rocco's Modern Life.
was he?
He was also a sex phone
Oh, yeah.
operator.
I'm gonna call you at 2:30.
No, it was very uncomfortable. I didn't do it for super long because it was super like the problem I had with it were like these guys would call and they would be like, I need you, like it'd be like they would preempt you to what you had to act like, and they
Give
wanted
you a
me.
role?
Yes, you had to, like you are 18. Schoolgirl, because they couldn't say under 18, and like this guy was like, I'm a teacher, I want you to act like a student and like a young student, and I have a very womanly voice, and
That
I
is
was
so weird.
I had to
Did you
get.
take it a little octave higher?
I literally quit that day. I was okay, like the guy that wanted me to pretend like I
That's
was
a
this-
strange fantasy. I would've
yeah.
done
So did you do it with him and then
No,
quit?
that creeped me out. Some kid called me one time. I was like, listen, you need to get off the phone with me.
I
And he's
would've-
like, what? I'm like, I'm not talking to you. And he's like, what? And I was like, go. And he's like, I have a credit card. Like they had to put a credit card in before. And I was like,
Yeah,
I
but
was
they
like,
could have been their dad.
it was his dad's. I was like, whose card is this? It's my mom's. I'm like, where'd you get it? Da-da-da. And I was like, you need to get off the
Dude,
phone
You're
with
you're
gonna
me.
be in
back
a world
already.
of shit. Like you are going to get. in
That's what I said. I was
Yeah.
like, I'm like, it's
To a
already been
minor.
4 minutes. This is like a 20-minute phone call. I was like, get off the phone with me because I couldn't hang up. If you
Yeah.
hang up, you lose your job.
Yeah.
And I was like, I was just like, I'm not talking to you. And he's like, well, dude, I'm like, I'm not talking to you. You're
What do you
12.
want?
Done your
You're
What do you
good.
homework
want?
tonight.
You know what he
know.
wanted.
What,
Yeah.
like, what did he want you to say?
An older one. I don't know because I never let him get that far. As
He
soon
was
as
just
I
like,
heard I heard the prepubescent voice. I'm like, how old are you? And he's like, 18. I was like, you're 12. He's like, I'm
Boobs.
14. Yeah, no, it's just that's
Crazy.
Yeah,
I
but it
didn't
was.
realize that kids were. I mean, like I remember prank calling like a 900 number when I was a kid. Something
Oh,
like
yeah,
that.
I remember doing that from
But we
payphones
never
all the
got.
time.
But we never got any further than like the first recorded part.
Oh my gosh, one of my brothers like blew up like it was like in China or some foreign country. And that's how I knew that this was some kid because my brother had done the same thing when we were like younger. It was like a huge phone bill because he called some like dirty line. Like, I'm not kidding. It's just
Were your parents mad?
They were so mad. They were like good. And they're like, well, yeah, I can't say it. They knew who it was. They knew right off the bat who it was. He
Yeah.
was like 7 and he
How
was
old?
It was
how
like a
much
Dennis
was
the
it?
Menace. It was Dennis the Menace.
It was a
moment.
lot of money. It was in the
Dennis?
hundreds. For
Oh,
sure. It was in the
wow.
hundreds. I mean,
Holy shit.
I mean, I
That's
did that
crazy.
kid's parents a favor by getting off the phone with him. So
That's
be
crazy.
responsible with technology.
Yeah, don't be an asshole.
Most definitely. Photos, videos. If you don't want it out there, delete it.
Exactly.
Don't take it. Be classy. Just be
Yeah.
classy about it.
You know, that's
You
right.
need to
Or
be
just
taking
keep it to
pictures of
yourself.
your bare parts.
I like to, but they're
Well, you
too mean.
can,
They're
but you
for
don't
me.
have to. I'm just
They're
saying.
For me.
Don't make society feel like you have to sext.
Yeah.
Oh, you definitely don't.
But if you're gonna do it, be good at it because that shit's no joke.
It is true.
Nobody wants a bad sex message.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and also if
Waste
you're
my
gonna say
damn
something in
time.
a sex, as Adam said, you better freaking do it.
Yeah, put up or shut up. Or I'm gonna start holding out.
So that is the tip of the week.
Yeah. So what's our topic for next week, babe?
Next week it's going to be masturbation.
I am going to jerk off all week to get ready for this.
Oh my gosh,
Was that
I was
your
already
practice?
doing that this week to get ready for next week. I can
Yeah.
keep doing it.
I've never done it, so I don't know.
Yeah, okay. What would you rather give up, sex or masturbation?
Masturbation.
Masturbation.
In the grand scheme of things. But you know what? I was
If
actually
I
reading
can't get
this.
laid, I should be punished.
No, I'd rather give up sex than masturbation.
I had an extra truth or titty,
Just get
and
yourself
one of the
off it.
truths on there was women at the age above 40 masturbate more than any other age range or sex.
I mean, I think I do that at 21 because that's how old I am.
So can you imagine what's
So-
going to happen when you're above the age of 40? You're going to masturbate even more.
Oh my god, I don't think they'd have enough toys. Like when I break my toy,
double-clicking the mouse,
yeah.
Honey, that'll be 20 years from now.
Yeah,
Who knows what toys they'll have then?
Oh my gosh! It's just like one click. It's just
What?
like, "Duh." Oh, I'm good. That was amazing.
I hope not.
And me and Suede will be sticking our dicks in
Yeah,
machines.
honestly,
I'm not sticking my dick in any machine. That's not happening.
No, I just can't. I could never.
Yeah, until 10 years from now when you stick your dick in a machine.
No.
I'm gonna
No.
quote you on this. I'm gonna like when
Go ahead.
when we're
Go ahead.
big at
document the rest of my life. My dick will never be in a machine
Okay,
or a
we'll
glory
see.
hole.
We'll see.
Or
That's interesting.
Well,
Maybe
glory
a
hole.
glory
Who's on
hole.
the other side? Depends on who's on the other side. What if there's like a glory hole in your own house and your wife's on the other side? Okay, well we have to go because this has been Sexually Educated for this week.
Let's go build a glory hole.
I'm your host, Amber Rose Bentley.
Adam Farrell.
And I'm Suede
Until we
Elliott.
see you next time, make sure you practice safe sex and catch us on one of our social networking sex and technology. I said sex instead of sex.
Stay classy. just
Love your faces.
keep it real. You're all sexy.
Are
We're
they?
all sexy.
Every
Yeah.
one of them.
Everybody's
Every one of
sexy in their own way.
By the Internet Broadcasting Organization.